Thoughts, so many thoughts, innumerable ideas and plans, uncountable worries, unfinished to-do lists, treasured moments of joy. Thoughts constantly play a tug-of-war inside our minds, creating this non-stop mental activity, mental chatter. When we get into such a state, it feels as if all these thoughts take on a life of their own and wage a war inside the brain, and we are just these helpless victims. We're told by well-meaning individuals, stop overthinking, don't worry so much. That doesn't help much, does it? Because we know getting caught up in this cycle is useless. But how exactly does one stop? Let's begin by not feeling so helpless, shall we? Let's take a trip together. Imagine you're sitting under a beautiful tree. You're seated in a peaceful group. An extremely calm monk is addressing the gathering. He is the Buddhist leader, Thich Nhat Hanh. In a soothing voice, he says, breathing in, I calm body and mind. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is the only moment. Now, this method that he's teaching you is mindful breathing. This is an ancient practice that is thought to have originated in India and China. Here, you gently bring the focus to the breath. Breathe in deep and breathe out. Close your eyes if possible and feel the wholesomeness of the wondrous oxygen enter your body. Breathe out and relax. Imagine all the miraculous ways in which the cells of your body just got cleaned up. This little miracle is yours. Treasure it. How does focusing on your breath help? It brings the focus to the present. As the concentration shifts to the breath, thoughts move to the background. This is something that can be done anywhere, so it becomes a tool that can be used at any point. It puts brakes on speeding thoughts that threaten to go off trail. You're doing great. Do you know you have already discovered the easiest and one of the most effective methods to calm down the mind? But that's not the only method. Overthinking seems to be a problem that's plagued mankind all along, and we've always realized the futility of overthinking. Constantly dwelling on past and future scenarios will not bring you the solution, right? But you know, sometimes you just can't focus on your breath. And maybe if you're like me and have a stuffy nose all the time, focusing on the breath becomes even more distracting. So this brings us to the next solution. As gurus would term it, live in the moment. The method is simple. Here you remind your mind to think of what you're doing at this present moment. So, for example, if you make tea, you focus on the act of taking water, the act of adding tea leaves, etc. Notice what the hand is doing. Which hand is doing the work? What is the work being done? To quote spiritual teacher and author Eckhart Tolle, realize deeply that the present moment is all that you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. The task at hand is all that matters. By focusing on the present, you give something to your mind to do. It can't tell you stories when it is busy thinking of what you're doing. And how does this help? You move out of life's way and let things flow. You let life unfold naturally, or even gain a better perspective when you redirect your thoughts. This method also helps if you feel you're facing a mountainous task. You don't have to climb the mountain. At this point, you just have to climb one step after the other, and in due time, the mountain has been climbed. So, we know two methods. Shall we continue the journey? Now let us go to another tree, another great guru, Sri Ramana Maharshi. He tells you, peace is your natural state. It is your mind that destroys it. Really? Yes, it is, he informs you. He explains that you are not your mind. You're not all these stories that your mind feeds you. See, you can actually observe your mind, your thoughts, right? So that makes you, the real you, the observer, not the mind. When you understand this, you understand that you are above all the current drama that your mind is creating. You can merely look at it, accept it, and stay detached from it. And therein lies peace. You feel calmer. Once you get a hang of this, you can take it a step further. You can just look at the mind play its games Like a teacher observes the student. Whenever it goes off track, you gently bring it back, again and again and again. While the methods to stop incessant thoughts that I've mentioned sound easy in speech, they are not so easy to practice. As I said, the mind keeps feeding us stories and keeps crying for attention. So truly, for any of this to work, we need two things. One, real desire and inclination to get a grip on this racing mind, because only then would you be able to go to step 2. What's step 2? Practice. We need to keep training ourselves to not let the thoughts take over and notice every time the mind starts going off on its own tangent. Yoga, meditation, journaling, exercising, being with nature, etc. are some wonderful methods to help cultivate the said habits. But each of these is a vast ocean unto itself. Let's tackle this later. For now, let us take a pause in this trip. For now, just breathe, focus on what you're doing, focus on the now, and let go, knowing that you are something way greater than the confusing, muddled picture your mind is trying to create. Once the mind becomes silent, you will be ready for the best journey of it all, the trip inside the real you, to perceive the true glory of the phenomenon that you really are. Thank you for your support in helping this channel grow. If you look forward to more videos like this, do like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you feel this video could help someone else too, please do share. Namaste.